is what I like. I liked I liked the affordable travel. The last cruise I took was a 7-day trip to Spain, France, and Italy, and it was about $4,500. And that's not, well, that was including airfare. But if I would have known about this company before took that trip, I could have saved a lot of money, like over $1,000. So that really woke me up. I went, what? So this is what I want to do. I want to, the older I get, the more I want to travel. I want to see these, places that I have on my bucket list. I know we all hate to say bucket list, but I do. So I want to get affordable travel. If anybody knows me, I'm a shishi girl. I don't even camp, I glamp. Okay. I'm not staying in flea bag hotels where I have to fight the cockroaches off the table. That's not me. Okay. So I would rather stay in 4 and 5-star hotels than I would to stay in 2 and 3-star hotels and fight with noisy neighbors, cockroaches. So anyway, this company affords you to do that at a lot lower rate. So the ability to make money, the ability to see the world, work for myself, and the tax write-offs. Lisa, I know you know about this because she's got a lot of businesses going on. So anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. So anyway, with further ado, I want to introduce my business partner, Gary. Gary Thompson is going to explain the company and how it rolls out. So take it, Gary.
All right. Well, thanks, Michelle. Thanks for setting this up. I'm always excited. I got my Hawaii shirt on. And for me, you guys will see the same shirt in my demonstration here because it is a tax write-off too, right, you guys? So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to have some fun. And the first thing I want to do is when I share this information with people, it's foreign to so many people because it's new to the market. It's kind of like when Bitcoin came out, it was real foreign. A lot of people thought people were crazy. I had a friend that got involved in something like that. He made $10 million. I missed that train, but a lot of times just because you don't understand something, I always say do some research, check it out for yourself. We don't expect you to get everything tonight, but as I present, I like to kind of tell in a form of a story, just kind of my background. But we did this something the other day at the event that Michelle was at. We had these passports. And so I want to kind of make this interactive. I wanted to get you guys a chance to choose, but didn't have time to set it up. But what I'm going to do, just so you have an idea of what we're talking about when we're talking about travel, click that passport there. That is Indonesia there. And if you look at the price, if you guys can see that, this is a 5-star resort there, 6-day, 5-night stay for $359 for 2 people. Here's another example, the Maldives. Now, this is something that just came on our market. This resort here is about $10,000. This fits Michelle. She said she likes to travel in style, but she may not want to spend 10 grand. $2,800 is a lot better. And this comes with a 24-hour butler. As you can see, this is, you also get it takes care of your airfare to this private island. And one last example, Egypt. We have locations all over the world, but I just want to kind of set the call up of what you're going to expect to see as far as pricing. Now, when I'm always looking at things, it's like, okay, is it simple? Does it work? Can I do it? And most of all, is it affordable? What we're showing you today is affordable. It's about a cup of coffee a day. So I want you to relax, kind of take this all in, because a lot of times you see these presentations, you're like, okay, well, what's this thing going to cost me? It's got to be some kind of cost. So I want you to envision that cup of coffee as I'm going through this. Some people spend more than, $7, $8 a day every day going to the coffee shop. So what I'm going to share with you is definitely affordable. So here's my story. That's my son. If you saw him today, he looks totally different. That's about 3 years ago. But I shared a story with people because I was looking for an opportunity to make more money a few years ago. I was checking this company out because I had some very good friends that were doing very well in this company. And my son came to me one day, and I guess this was kind of the clue. He said, Dad, how come we never take a real vacation? I said, what do you mean? I take you to Disneyland and Universal. He says, no, my friends go to Hawaii, Jamaica, the Philippines. We never leave California. So when I saw this presentation, I didn't understand everything, but they were talking about this platinum membership. I actually got one for myself and my wife because the deals were so incredible. So this was our first trip. This was my tester trip. I didn't want to go too far away, right? I didn't want to go international. Las Vegas, if it doesn't work out, hey, it's just a short plane ride. Well, this is a five-star resort we stayed at. It's $79. And when we were on the plane, my son said, now, Vegas is outside of California, right? And I said, yeah. And I guess he wanted to have bragging rights. But that is a beautiful resort there. We stayed there for 5 days. A little long for me with a kid, but it was still nice. Beautiful resort. Here we are just kind of taking in some of the sights of some of the other resorts around there. But while we were there, I said, son, 4 months from now, around your birthday, we're going to Hawaii. And he said, the real Hawaii, Hawaii? And I said, yeah, the real Hawaii, Hawaii. And he had the nerve to ask me, are we going first class? And I said, no, man, we're going to Hawaii. We're going to enjoy it. You guys see that shirt there? That's the shirt I got on right now. That's my marketing shirt now. But this is us the first day. Now, I got in this to make money. I didn't really travel. As you can see, my son, he said we don't leave California. But something happened to me when I put my feet in the sand there. The stress just went away, and we had a wonderful time. A year later, we were back at the same island. This particular resort, we were right there. This is our room right here.
Hey, Cal.
To the beach. It was only I think about 5, 6
beach. I got sand all on
my hair.
I want my son to plunging in that water right here.
And we'll get on with it.
Cal, how you like it this year? This is our second trip. Uh-oh, water's coming.
It's fun. It's really good. Giants Memorial today because it travel for less. You can travel for less, and you get to experience really cool vacations like this, like Hawaii or something else. There's huge waves here.
I got sand all in my hair. I don't care. I'm having a good time.
Me too.
Man, the sun, we hit the wave and it just splashed all in my face. So, son, what do you think?
I think about what?
About supporting.
I think it's
putting him on the spot.
It's good because you could travel more, travel for less, and you get free money every month.
Well, I got work for it. But
well, you have to work for it, and yeah, it's cool.
Sand in your eyes, huh?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Well, we don't get free money, but I was able to add 20K to my retirement in about 8 months. 3 months from there, it went up to another 10,000. So in less than roughly about a year, I added to what people work a whole lifetime for the average they get for Social Security. So we'll do that in about 10 months with this company. So if you're here with an entrepreneur hat on, has a huge upside from an income. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to show this short video, but this video says a lot. It gives a whole background on our company, and then I'm going to dive a little deeper, give you some examples, and then we'll be wrapping it up. So this is a short video.
Most people
hopefully
don't
you guys
know
can
this,
hear it okay.
But right now,
You
every
guys
time
hear
you
it
go
okay?
online to book travel, whether it's Expedia, Priceline, Hotels.com, Trivago, Kayak, or Booking.com, you're not actually price shopping. It feels like you are, but 95% of everything you see online is owned by just two companies, Expedia Group and Booking Holdings. That means the prices you see are all within a tiny range of each other, usually just a couple dollars apart. It gives you the illusion of choice while keeping you locked into retail pricing. The problem is people are overpaying hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every year on hotels, resorts, travel ball tournaments, cruises, business trips, quick getaways, etc. Not because they're doing anything wrong, but because the system is built that way. Travel is a $10 trillion industry, and the big platforms are designed to keep it that way, stacked in their favor, not yours. We believe travel should not be a luxury reserved for a few. We believe families, couples, business travelers, and even travel ball parents should be able to travel without emptying their savings account. And that belief is exactly why we exist. For 13 years, we've been helping people in over 80 countries access true wholesale travel, the same back-end inventory that the major brands use before they mark it up for the public. We're not a travel agency, not a timeshare, and not another search engine. We are a private membership travel club, and members get wholesale pricing 24 hours a day on hotels, 4- and 5-star resorts, cruises, car rentals, activities, and more. We routinely see 5-star resorts at the price most people pay for a 2-star motel off the highway. Our members travel more often, stay in better places, and pay far less because once you see wholesale pricing, you can't unsee it. If you're ready to finally beat the system instead of feeding it, text 15-minute Zoom and your name to 706. Most
All
people don't
right.
know.
So once you see this pricing, you can't unsee it. Now, I'm not saying everyone that sees this joins right away, but many people do. But our goal tonight is just to provide you education and understanding. And obviously, if you see an opportunity, yeah, get started with this. So right now, I'm going to get into the formal part of Trevorium. Again, I kind of like to tell a story, kind of share what's going on here, and we'll be wrapping it up here in a few minutes. But one of the things I wanted to share with you, at least for myself, that's very important when I'm looking at an opportunity, I want to know how long they've been around. This company's been around 13 years. There are over 20,000 new global customers in 2024. We have 3 physical locations. A lot of times when you're looking at an online opportunity, there's no physical location. This is a brick and mortar locations around the world. We have a corporate office right here in Temecula, California, Madrid, Spain, and Almaty, Pakistan. I always have a challenge with that. But we were established in 2013, and the interesting thing when I saw this, they actually doubled during the pandemic. And I was thinking, okay, how could a travel company double during the pandemic? Well, one of the reasons is people were looking for a income opportunity. And during the pandemic, people were at home and entrepreneurs understood that, okay, I know when we come out of the pandemic, there's going to be a huge demand. Well, there is a tremendous demand for travel, regardless of what side of the fence you're on from a government standpoint, political, whatever. People are traveling and they're traveling more than ever. $10 trillion industry right now, set to grow 15.5 trillion. So people are traveling. Again, even though we weren't taking, really nice, lavish vacation, we were still traveling. I mean, care what my son says, Disneyland, Universal, it still is expensive. Well, this is also a business in a box if you choose to go that way. It's easy to explain. It's travel. It's not skincare, weight loss, or anything. You don't have to explain it. The numbers just have to add up. And from a home-based business perspective, I think right now we're in an era right now where entrepreneurship is going to be the new 9 to 5. It's because the way the economy is going with AI and things like that, a lot of jobs are being displaced. But on the other side, is opening more opportunities. So home-based businesses are on the rise. The video just shared, we have access to all these different activities, resorts, hotels, cruises, car rentals. But I want to bring your attention to 2 that I feel are really outstanding. Actually, 3 parks. If you go to theme parks or anything like that, I have a travel agent that saw this presentation. She joined right after the presentation. She said, Gary, I can't get those deals. And my clients are always looking for the hookup. If I give them the hookup, I don't make any money. But she shared with me, she was at a theme park, I think it was Legoland or something, and she was going to buy a fast track pass to go through the line faster. It was $150 per person. I think she had 3. It was a total of 3 people. And she said, "Oh, let me check my Trevorium site." Well, she got that same pass for $60. So she was able to basically pay for 3. We have tours and everything. When you go on vacation, you have your own concierge service with this activity site because when you go somewhere like Hawaii or something, you might want to swim with the turtles or dolphins or take a island tour. You can book all this, save money. Again, another story with my travel agent. She said, Gary, look at the Maui tours, the Maui Island tours. The least that I can get it for is $150. We had it for $60. So the savings are incredible. If you're into big sporting events, we have access to all that too. Football, entertainment, concerts, things of that nature. We have people saving hundreds of dollars on that, even thousands. My sister, she just saved money on her cruise. We have access to everything. And so what we have here, we have kind of a comfort as far as booking travel. Because I know you're maybe thinking, okay, well, how do I know I'm getting the best deal? Well, if by chance you just happen to find something when you're looking at the hotels, because we have a few platforms, but we're going to talk about 3 tonight. Hotels are one. It's just for business travel, entertainment, you're going somewhere. If by chance you happen to find it a little less, we guarantee 110%. So you have peace of mind. You don't have to worry about the numbers on the side of the screen on the other booking sites making you book faster. you have peace of mind. We got 110% price match. Now, how we do this? This is the Trevorium membership package. We have a travel membership. We're not travel agents. It's not a timeshare. We don't make money booking travel. We earn money from the Netflix business model. You pay a little bit every single month. You get all these benefits in return. You get the 2 vacations, even sometimes 3, because we have some vacations, they're like $1 to Dubai. It's like, why would I use all my points? I don't mind spending $200 to go to Dubai, stay in a 5-star resort, and take another trip. Now, I know some people say, well, Gary, I have a job. I don't have that much vacation. If you choose to go the route of earning more income, you're going to have a lot of vacation time because obviously you're your own boss, but you have to be making money as well. Well, how we do this, we earn points every single month on our membership. We book at travel agent rates, and this is very conservative, 60% off. We have some that are what as high as 80%. We got cash back when you're booking. Now, even if you didn't do anything else but become just a customer, you're at a savings. In the business opportunity here, you earn income around the clock, residual income 24/7. We have better than travel agent rates, as I mentioned before. All these activities and cruises, and Trillium has access to over 2 million hotels and resorts. So we have everything to meet your needs as far as travel. Now, this is when I said, okay, this makes sense to me. If there's no other gotchas, and believe me, I've been here around 2.5 years. If there were any gotchas, I would have seen them by now. But this is what I was looking at when I saw this. Here's the same booking. Here's Expedia, and here's Booking.com, and here's our booking. It's about $2,000 less. This is when I said, okay, this makes sense to me. Just how much does it cost to get started? Because they went on to give more examples. They were showing here, okay, this is the same resort, same hotel in Las Vegas, $293. So this is ours, $15 right there, plus your resort fees for both of those. So this was probably a little more than probably about 400 because it was roughly about $100 for resort fees and taxes. But my point is, this is a significant savings right here. When we're looking at even more, a little more 5-star type travel, 5,000 versus basically 1,900, that's a savings of $3,000. You're also going to get a 3% cash back. These are your loyalty points. So not only are you able to save money, you're also going to get loyalty points if you're using a credit card that has loyalty points as well. So now you're double dipping on the loyalty points and you're saving money. And if you're doing it as a business, guess what? This is a write-off. We had over 20K in travel expenses last year. So we have access to cruises, all the cruise lines that you book today. And look at these savings. This is saving a couple right here, $1,400 on a cruise. My sister just went on one. She saved, I don't know, a couple $100. I got a gentleman that's going on a cruise. He's got a suite. He saved $1,000. So these are documented prices right here. This is no smoke and mirror. These are the actual prices, and you can do a comparison with your website. Now, we also have access to what's called Getaways, and I'll kind of categorize this as our second platform. We have about 7, but first one is your booking hotels. So if you got a friend getting married in Vegas, you just book a hotel like you normally would, you're going to save money. Now we have these resorts where we have access to timeshare properties. I was online, actually, my wife today. She was starting to poke around, checking out things. She wanted to do kind of like a staycation. We're looking at San Diego, and we had something there for $0 because we had the points we applied. And again, we already paid for these points, but there's a portion that I'll share with you here in a moment where I don't even pay for my points. So because I'm profitable, so that money I earn from my business just pays for my points. So it's not coming off my credit cards. But we have access to these timeshare properties that people spend, $10,000, $20,000 down. They pay these monthly or yearly dues. We have access to these properties all over the world. We have 2 booking sites. So we have close to about 5,000 resorts all over. Here are some examples of the Getaways. Here's the Canary Islands, and this price is correct, $7. Retail is roughly $900. This is what we get it for with our points. We get these points every single month that allows you to buy down these vacations. So essentially, it's about 2 vacations a year, but something like this, I'm not going to use all my points. I'll say, hey, like on the world tours, well, that I'll show you in a minute. I don't think you can do. I think you have to use your points fully on this. But even still, $7 to go to Canary Island in Spain. Here you got Cabo San Lucas, $149. The CEO of the company goes to a place here in Cabo. It's $4,000 for the week. He gets it for $450. It's a one-bedroom suite there, right on the ocean. He uses his getaway points. Here's Orlando, Florida. This is a very popular one because it sits right outside of Disney World. It has two bedrooms, so you could take, two families there. And that's correct. 8 days, 7 nights. That's not per night. Even people that join, they say, is that a night? I said, no, that's the entire stay. All right. Now, this is the world tour. This is what got my attention because remember, my son said, we don't leave California. When we started looking at things like this, and I'll call this our third platform. Here's Venice, Italy, 5 day stay for $249. Right? You get a tour to the glass factory, and you also get, I think, the um, water taxi. It's about $100. That's included in this. Here's Dubai, popular destination. This goes really fast. 5 star, 6 day breakfast included, and these are not continental breakfast. These are a full spread. Many people that have gone there, they don't even have lunch. They'll go and have breakfast because literally it's steak and lobster. I mean, it's a full spread right there in Dubai. Montego Bay, this is all inclusive, 5 star. So we got you covered from a travel perspective. You can't get these deals. I mean, this retails for $2,000. Here's another example. Here's Las Vegas, $19. Now, this one here, I may say, I want to keep some of my travel points. I don't want to use them all. I don't mind paying $100 for a 5 star resort in Las Vegas. How about Hawaii? Our trip was 516, the one I shared, our second trip. The first one was 639. But even still, Hawaii, $1,500. And this one we went on, breakfast was included. And if you've been traveling, breakfast roughly about $50 per person. So if you have 3 people, that's 150 a day. That adds up quickly. Here's New York. This particular resort here is right there in the heart of Times Square. I think it's the Knickerbocker Theater. I'm not theater, resort. But we have access to all your travel needs. So again, how much does this cost, Gary? Sounds good, but what is it going to cost me? Well, we have a silver membership that is $69 one time, $52 a month. This will give you access to save on cruises, um, hotels, and rental cars, okay, for $52 a month. Now we have the next package, which is a titanium, where you get one vacation. Those world tours I shared with you, it's 149 down, $75 a month, but you get 150 points. Remember I was saying you get the points. So basically, every dollar you spend, you get two back in points. It's not actually dollars, but if you were to do the math, it's roughly $150 back in your money, right? But this is the most popular plan. I have one, my wife has one. The reason is because all those deals that I shared with you the previously, it's the 80%. That's why people get it. 80%. It's not much of a difference in the startup cost. Yeah, there's a little difference here, but we can show you how to eliminate that. But you get access to all these properties for 269 down, 135 a month. You get 270 points. And this is what I did. They say, Gary, now, if you refer 3 people, and this is not doing the business, this is for customers as well, because a lot of customers travel together, right? They have family members, they travel together. I have some friends, they golf, and they take a golf trip to Myrtle, I think it's Myrtle Beach or somewhere every year, and go play golf. A lot of doctors, a lot of attorneys, they say, Gary, I'm not going to be doing what you're doing, but I do have friends and family. We travel. Can I just refer those 3? Of course you can. Well, when you refer those 3 with our partnership, this costs, you're earning more than what your monthly is. You're earning about $137 a month. Okay. It's not a lot, but you're covering your expense. You're at a zero. Okay. Now, if you choose to partner with us, then the income is, it can really grow. And I'll tell you a story about a customer that ended up doing the business because he was making $500 a month and he couldn't figure out why. Well, it was because those 3 people he shared it with, they wanted to get their membership taken care of. And then it grew and he started making an income, and now he's a six-figure incomer. Actually, he's the first guy I'm gonna show in this short video here as we wrap up. So what Trevorium has done is taken the guesswork out of booking travel. It's a new model. It's a Netflix model where the consumers go right to the inventory. They don't have to go through the markup and fees. So if you decide to become a partner, and I recommend anyone does this, because even if you say, well, Gary, I'm not sure if I want to do the business. I understand that. We have tons of people that come here and say that. But once they start traveling, what happened? People say, wow, you're in Hawaii? You were just in Vegas, 2 months ago. I said, yeah. What are you doing? It's a natural thing that we do. We share with people, right? Good news, good recipe. We got Thanksgiving coming up. We share recipes. We say, hey, I'm cooking a new turkey. I want to do something different. We share it. That's something we naturally do. So I recommend everyone get the 99 partnership, because you now immediately can take advantage from a tax perspective. Even if you don't come out of guns blazing like, hey, I'm going to build this thing big. No, just by adding this partnership, you now have the ability to write off all these marketing and things as business, because you now have a partner. You're in business. You get your website, back office, training. It's a total turnkey business. Let me share how the income is made here. When I was sharing with you a few minutes ago, when I said, when you enroll three people, you become what's called a director. You earn $4.45 a day. That will cover your 135 membership. So you're in the black right now. That's what I did coming out of the gate. I said, well, I can find three people. I got on the phone and said, hey, I found an incredible way to save money on travel, John. I know you love to travel. You guys are always taking trips. You got to take a look at this. And they hopped on a Zoom like this. They watched the video. Well, I got my first month. I have not paid since. I've been in 2.5 years. The income is phenomenal. The numbers that they're showing are very conservative, but again, I like to kind of share stories. What happened to me with this? Because I didn't come here for the travel. I came here because I didn't want to work another 5 years to wait to retire. Um, I got laid off in what was it, 2000? I think it was 23. And I decided this is what I want to do. I want to have more fun, less stress, and just talk to people about having fun. Well, in about 6 months, about 3 months, I say, I had this going on right here. Because when I took that trip to Las Vegas, I totally paid for my airfare and the hotel accommodations, because you guys saw it was $79, was a total 125. So our airfare and everything was paid because I was making money 90 days after I was in the business. Because what happened, I shared it with three people. They shared it with a couple of people, and it added up to 16 people, eight on my left and right. I was earning this. Well, fast forward 8 months later, continue to grow that, continue to share with a few more people. They did the same. They were like, Gary, I want to make some money with you. And then some were like, yeah, I just want to travel. I got a few people I know I can, refer to get my three. However it comes, 25 left and right. This is what happened in about 9 months. And this is what I was earning. I was earning $1,500 a month on a consistent basis. It was a residual income. A few months later, these 25, 63 and 63 started paying me constantly $2,100. Sometimes it's close to 3 grand a month. This is what I was talking about. People work a lifetime to roughly get this in Social Security. I did it in less than a year. Just sharing this information, getting on a call like we are tonight. 4 star right here. I'm very close to 4 star. What is that going to do for us? That's going to change our family's lifestyle, because now we're paying my mortgage. I'm out here in California. This will cover the mortgage. We already talked about your biggest expense, which are your taxes. Your second is your housing, right? So if you can take care of your housing and taxes, I call that wealth, because now you're in a position where you're kind of dictating the next position in life that you want to go. And at 62, I want to travel. My background is tech. I had a very great career, but it was very stressful. I want to get on the side where I can become an ambassador and earn a six-figure income. Now, I am not far from this. I am not far. I'm roughly about 65 people away from this happening. And the income that they show here is very conservative. The average is about 10 to 12,000. Some are making 14K a month. Um, that's I won't say that's enough, but that's wealth to me because now I really have options when I wake up in the morning. I have options of what I'm going to do. I'm not worrying about a job. I'm not worrying about the price of eggs. I'm not worried about that steak. Right now, I look at it and say, "Nah, let me put it back because I'm gonna have chicken today." So the income is real. If you're an entrepreneur and if you've tried network marketing before, now is a sweet spot for the industry. Why? Because there's more people coming here to this industry as an option. Remember, I said earlier, entrepreneurship is going to be soon be the new 9 to 5. Now, my background in the industry has always been health and wellness. I love that industry, but travel is so much easier, so much more fun. I could share this globally. If someone says, Gary, I like what I saw, my travel agent said, Gary, I like what I saw, send me the link to get started. She signed up that first night. Michelle came to my sister's. She saw a presentation. She said, let's get going. So we didn't have to ship any product. It was instantly. You have a website, you're in business. As I wrap up here, the company treats those that become an ambassador like royalty. What I mean by that is when I saw this, I thought this was a trip that was just one time. No, they have access to these properties. I mean, they take these trips to Louis Vuitton all over the world every single year. So all that vacation I was telling you before, they give you now another one, all expenses paid, usually about a week. They wine and dine you. You go to shows, you go to different events, and then they give you $3,000 to spend at Louis Vuitton. And man, you have your own shopper. They do this every single year. Now the owner is buying properties that we can stay at. So the income is here. And what I want to do before we end here, I want to share this video. This is the gentleman right here that there's a few people here, but he didn't want to do this. He didn't want to be involved in the industry anymore. He just wanted to pay for his membership. And now he is making a multiple six-figure income. So let me play this video and we'll wrap it up and open it up for questions.
I mean, my favorite passion, favorite thing in the world, and I always say my favorite sport is traveling. So I was traveling, but nowhere near as much as I am, and nowhere near as 5 stars I am, and nowhere near as less as I'm paying. So Travorium has completely changed my life. I mean, completely.
The life before Travorium was uneventful, a little boring, working, spending time with kiddos at home. Now, it's a little more exciting. I know every 6 months, every 2 months, I can go and I don't have to worry about money. Where I'm going, I have endless opportunities and millions of new connections thanks to this company.
For me, it was both. I could travel with my family, and that's first thing that catched me. But when I look at the compensation plan, I was blown away, and I knew that this is something I was looking for many years. I do have 6 kids, 7 on the way, and very busy mom. But my kids are not excuse not to win. They are my reason why I'm winning, because they are my motivation every day. It's not only for me, that I want to build this business for myself. For me, it's very important to show my kids that they can be successful in life and that they can reach anything if they put, a goal and they're gonna go and take action. So find your motivation and you will succeed at Travorium.
I mean, it's always something to try, something to see what is new, but opportunity what you can get in Travorium, it's outstanding. It's infinity what you can do here. Doesn't matter, you want to make money, you can make money. You want to travel, you can travel. You want to have a new friends, you can have a new friends. Whatever, just name it, you can get it here.
Okay, I'm just very excited after Danny's speech. It was so good. Travorium gives you financial freedom, and that's what caught my eye. The passive income, time, leverage, resilience, extra income. In real estate, let's face it, we have large commission checks, but it's still me working 24/7, delivering the checks, talking to mortgage brokers, being a psychologist, and of course, answering phone calls 24/7. So I'm tied up to a place. And with Travorium, I realized I have this whole lot of freedom to travel the world and being literally anywhere in the world and make money sipping on a margarita somewhere on the beach.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our presentation for this evening. Michelle, if you want to come back on, you can, or we can open it up for Q&A. Appreciate you guys coming on Monday night. I know a lot of you guys probably work. Some of you are on the East Coast. And I appreciate you guys coming on. But Michelle, you're muted if you want to come on. And if not, then, we can answer some questions, or you can get with Michelle. You're still muted, Michelle. Are you on your phone? I think you're on your phone. Yeah, you're still muted. So that pretty much wraps up our presentation. I think you're unmuted now, Michelle, so you could come on.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the presentation. And I know if you wanted to jump in, we can go together. We can travel together, because I'm looking for travel partners too. So jump in and let's go.
Guys, don't be bashful. I know a lot of people don't ask questions on these calls. They're like, no, that guy's gonna try to close me. No, I don't close, because I want you to come here excited. I want you like, okay, I got my question answered. Well, we don't have any questions right now. I'm gonna do something here real quick. I just want to show you guys our new website. It's a phenomenal website. It says a lot. I'm gonna share my screen again if I can find you guys. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen. Where is it at? I think this is it. All right. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, it's loading.
You guys see it?
Yes.
This is our new website. These are the world tours that we were talking about, and Michelle can give you the website to look at. All the information here, that video I just played is right here. Marketing, prices, discounts, resorts for $1 a night. These are the world tours. You can just go around here, pop through here, take a look, do your research, get your questions answered. We have access to all these properties all over the world. And what I love about it is I would have never been looking to go to a lot of these destinations, because I didn't want to max out my credit card.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not even in the room. When we went to Hawaii, my son said the last night, he said, Dad, you know what? We didn't even turn the TV on, because all we did is come in the room and go to sleep.
Mm.
Here's the website if you want to book your cruises. I mean, this is your site. You have access to it. When you log in, you have your own concierge. So everything is here. Here's a video you can watch for a recap of what you just saw. It's all here. So just wanted to show that. I mean, I like the new website. I mean, it continues to grow. And I don't want to hold you guys too long. We've been here right around 40 minutes.
I'll add something, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
This is Stephanie, your sister. You had talked about saving. And I'll just reiterate that we did the Mexican Riviera cruise working with our on-site concierge. And we got an upgrade and we saved $300 on our trip. And I think Gail, she's on here too. And I think she booked a cruise for next year going to Alaska. And I believe she saved $1,000 on hers. And so it was a great savings.
Yes, it's a 10-day cruise going to Alaska. And we got a balcony.
Oh, wow.
And I compared it to a travel agent who was doing a group tour. And then on top of that, I found out that being a Trevorian partner, I was actually able to secure, or had the ability to be able to get 7 cabins under my name. So
for the same price?
For the same price. Yep.
Wow, that's good.
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't know that, Gail. So you
Yeah.
can that for the same price.
For the same price.
Oh,
wow.
So they gave me a discount, and I think they I believe that they put the discount on all the other cabins as well.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah,
Get some.
When I was talking with the person, they said, yeah, you can get 7 more cabins if you want. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay.
Well, see, and that's beautiful because now you can travel with your friends and family, and
Exactly.
they can experience this, and they're like, "Yo, how did you get it?" And you just say, "This, I'm with Trevorium." I mean,
Yep.
there's a lady, she built her business taking her friends on vacation with her. She's single or widower.
Little.
um, and so when she takes her trip, she takes friends and family. And, obviously the conversation, how are you able to afford these places? And she says, I only paid $299 for this. And they're like, you're kidding. Here's the Maldives right here. I'm gonna just show this video real quick. What did she say? $1,000, I think this Maldives. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but the company even pays you to post these videos. They give you points.
Really? And brother, that
So
was $8,000 for everyone. For Trevorium, it was 2,400.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So you traveling in style. I mean, there's more to it. We can't give you everything tonight, but this is on the website.
right.
So whoever invited you here, ask for the link, Trevorium.com, and just go take a look. These are real people really traveling. And this site is being updated more and more. They're just starting to use it again. But they incentivize you to, when you take a trip, hey, come back and tell us about it. We'll pay you. If your video's nice enough, we'll pay you. We'll give you travel points. This family went to Italy, So anyway, I don't want to hold you guys all night. Appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank
Michelle, if
you.
anyone calls and they have any questions, feel free to bridge me on. I know you're just getting started. You want them to get it the same way you did. So, but yeah, I never would think I'd be doing something like this here. But here
So
we
Gary,
go.
know that in that site that I have to be like, I log in as their sponsor, so when they can go in and right, because I
Yeah,
would.
well, this one here, Michelle, they could just go to Trevorium.com.
Okay.
They can't. No one can sign up without a sponsor link,
Right.
right? But
Right.
if you had yours readily available, you could send it to them. But they could just go to Trevorium.com and Google and check out the stories for themselves and come back and see us again. We have these presentations going on almost every day. Different style, different flavor, but it's all sharing the value of Trevorium. All right. Well, thank you, and thanks for giving us the opportunity to share with you guys tonight, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Well, look, Michelle. Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks.